Good morning, everybody. We are excited to be here on Fake Chats. I'm your host, Andrew Burnett, and today I've got my good friend Landon Farris with me. How are you doing, Landon?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. I am excited to talk to you. So, I know a little bit about you, and I know you like to play the piano. So, share with us where that came into the picture for you.
I've sang for as long as I can remember. I think the first time I sang on stage at church was when I was three. Um, and then I've been playing the piano probably since I was 7 or 8, somewhere in there. I started taking from my grandma taught me a little bit, and then after that, I started taking lessons from a man named Marty Phillips by FaceTime, and then now I take from Dana Simpson by FaceTime.
Wow, so you've gotten to share the stage with a lot of prominent groups in Southern gospel music, from the Kingsman Quartet to tribute to I've seen videos with you and Danny Funderburk. Share with us what those experiences were like.
Well, the first time when I was 9, I was at a Kingsman concert and I was sitting on the first or second row, and I'd just been sitting there at my seat for the whole concert singing along. And then at the end, Randy Crawford, who was the baritone and MC at the time for the Kingsmen, said, I want to do one more thing before we leave. And he had me come up on the stage and sing one with him. And so since then, whenever I've seen the Kingsmen, I have gotten to sing one or two with them. And then this summer, uh, in May, the beginning of May, I played the piano for them at the Battle of Songs in Fort Worth, Texas, and then that was on the Friday of that weekend, and then the Saturday and Sunday I filled in tenor. It was the first weekend after Thomas Nally left, and then I filled in again tenor for them. Oh, for one weekend in June, the end of June, and then I played the piano for them at the Memphis Quartet show in June, and then in July I played for them at Jackson Sings the Gospel.
Wow, so you've been all over the country with them. So share with us a little bit about where Southern gospel really began in the picture for you.
Well, it's the only music I've ever listened to, really. My granddad, my mom's dad, had just a regional group called the Gospel Echoes in Arkansas, Central Arkansas, South Arkansas, um, for 50 years. And so he would bring in groups and they would open for them. He would bring in like the Cathedrals and Gold City and uh, Perfect Heart and some of those groups. And so it's just always been in my family. Uh, that's
So So as I can see, the Kingsmen would be a huge influence to you. But who would be some of your earliest influences that you listened to that made you say, "Hey, I really want to pursue this gospel music deal"?
that would be the Mark Trammell Quartet. Um, I That's the first group I ever remember listening to. I had they released a DVD when I was, I don't know, right around the time I was born, I guess 1 or 2 years old maybe, and we had that DVD, and I would watch that over and over and over. And my mom and dad tell me that I'd stand on their bed, and I had a toy guitar and microphone and mic stand. And so whenever Mark would put his bass on, I'd put my guitar on and I'd sing every word just standing there on their bed with that DVD. And I watched that over and over. And I had a couple of the CD covers from a couple of their early albums that I would carry around with me all the time. And they were my favorite for sure.
So, if a fan was to go through your playlist that you listen to on a daily, what would be some of those songs that we would hear?
Oh, I don't know about specific songs, but it would be a lot of quartet music for sure. That's my favorite. Kingsman and Mark Trammell Quartet, Gold City, The Inspirations, Greater Vision, um, and then I also like groups like Karen Peck and New River and uh, the the Mylon Hayes family, and not only quartet music. Um,
That's awesome. So I hear you had a pretty unique experience where you got to play my tribute at a tribute quartet concert. Share with us about that.
that was actually at a Gold City concert.
Uh,
Um, I went to a concert, and the group that opened for them was for Gold City that night was Four Corners Quartet, and they're from Missouri, just across. I live in North Arkansas, just close to the Missouri line, and they're just over the line in Missouri. And they were opening for Gold City that night, and Joseph Reed from Singing News is their lead singer, and he at intermission had me come up and play a song on the piano, and so I played my tribute that night. And then now, as of my first month with them was February, uh, I'm the pianist for Four Corners Quartet.
wow, that's awesome. What
They
made you pursue that?
well, in I think it was December of 2024, uh, the owner of the group, Andrew Ekman, um, he called I guess I guess he called my mom and started talking to her about possibly having me play, and so we talked about it for a while, and then I ended up taking the job because we had seen them at concerts like that where they had opened for groups, and we sing one weekend a month. Actually, this coming weekend we're singing, and so I've been with them since February was my first month with them.
Awesome. So what's coming up for you?
Um, Well, like I said, this next weekend I'll be with Four Corners Quartet on Saturday and Sunday. And then in September, the weekend of the 12th, 13th, 14th, I think those are the dates, I'm going to be riding with the Kingsmen and playing for them for that weekend. Um, and then after that, I don't really know. Like I said, once a month I'll be with Four Corners Quartet. I am going to get to go to NQC for the first time this year.
Oh wow,
So
that's exciting.
I'm super excited about that.
Wow. So what about a song that has impacted your life from Southern gospel music?
Um, I don't. There would be so many. Um, well, one of my a new song that's become one of my new favorites is one that the Inspirations just released called "Sea of Forgetfulness." I really like that song, but I wouldn't even know where to start with uh, picking a favorite song. That's just one that was recently on my mind. Uh,
Well, I know I can ask you this question. What would be your favorite song to play on the piano with the Kingsmen?
Um, well, usually if I'm with them and they have me play a solo at some point during the set, I'll play Goodbye World Goodbye. That's just a fast up tempo fun one to play.
Did you get that same inspiration from Anthony Berger?
Partly, I do use an Anthony Berger lick in it that actually Andrew Ishii that used to play for the Kingsmen. He showed me that lick because when he was a kid, Anthony Berger had showed it to him. So
Wow. So who would be some of your favorite Southern gospel piano players?
Anthony Berger, Roger Bennett, Gerald Wolfe, Josh Singletary. Uh, I, I don't know.
I'm
I've
sure
got a lot of
Kim
favorites, but
Collingsworth
those
makes that list, don't you?
who?
Kim Collingsworth.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Yeah, I love sitting there, and I'm a big fan of Southern gospel music altogether, but I can sit there and listen to an instrumental project rather than the one with the vocals, and it's just so peaceful and
Right.
It's so relaxing. I call it my prayer music because when I want to pray and go into my prayer closet and stuff, that's what I turn on.
Trevor Conkle is also one of my favorites with Mark Trammell, and he's got a couple albums out that are soft, just only piano. Those are very peaceful albums for something like that.
Well, Landon, it has been an honor talking to you, my friend. Tell folks how they can find out more about you.
Well, I'm on Facebook. I have Facebook, and then Four Corners Quartet. You can look them up on Facebook also. Um, but yeah, that would probably be the best place to find anything.
All right, my friend. Well, you have a blessed rest of your day. Thank you for doing the interview.
You too. Thank you for having me.
All right. Bye bye.